Hey, hi guys. Hello. Hope you are doing well. Great. Hi. So, hi guys. Hello. Today we are here for discuss a well-known topic, which is how a logistic company work basically. Correct. So we know that there are a lot of logistic companies available, and they are doing a lot of crazy work by getting one thing from one place to another place, and they are doing a hell lot of good work by delivering worldwide. But now the focus is that if you want to know that how does that work, so let us discuss this today. So what's the agenda? So if you go, so we have a 5 point agenda today. The first, we will know that what is a logistic company first of all, and then we will try to know that what is the role of a logistic company in a particular supply chain, how it can help, what are the function which it complement, and many others. The third point which we are going to discuss is that what are our basic functions, and what are the how by which function basically logistic company can do its role. And the fourth one is the what are the best logistic strategy and what are their advantages, and how a good logistic company should work. Now, the last, after reviewing all of these, we will go to check that what are the best logistic companies of our current time. As of now, currently there are so many companies which are doing good work in terms of logistic industry. We will be checking them, that okay, how these companies are behaving. Okay, so yeah, by doing this in this live stream, we will chat as well. If you have any questions, you can just type in the comment box, and we can also check if we are able to answer them right now. Great. So let us start. So the first and foremost question, when you heard a term called logistic company comes in your mind, is that what is a logistic company? So a logistic company is a business that is specialized in the effective and efficient flow of goods and services from a point of origin to a point of consumption. So here you need to focus on the term efficient and effective. Okay, so what does it mean by efficient? Efficient means that how you can deliver a good from point A to point B, which should be minimum, basically minimum cost. Okay, and effective, it means that okay, you are able to transfer that good from point A to point B within the good condition, within the timeline, in the good condition, and without losing its value. Okay, so it is more similar to the concept of responsive and resilient or efficient supply chain, but yeah, something like that. Now, so when okay, on a broad term, you can say that a logistic company transfer a good from a point A to point B, but it is not just that. It involves various steps in between. So let's say it starts from the planning, correct? You need to plan that from where you have to start and where you have to finish. What are the key challenges which are going to come in order to deliver a product to a location B and picking it from a location A. The second thing is, it's not just the planning, correct? You have to implement it as well. Okay, let's say you have thought that okay, by that time, by a given time, you are able to pick the consignment, and then you are able to deliver it at the given time at a location and in a good condition. Are you able to execute on the execute that or not? Now the third thing is the controlling the movement of goods. So you should be able to control it. It should be in your observation all the time. It should be in your possession. You should be knowing that okay, is it in a good condition or not. In let's say if there is a need of a rerouting, are you able to move it or not, or there are many other things which can come, correct? Now The third thing is information flow, so in which you should be able to control the information as well, whether your shipment has left the source location, or are you able to track your shipment in between your source and the destination, and whenever it is reaching to your destination, are you able to gather the information, let's say okay, it has been reached on the time. Okay, so this kind of information is also a part of a logistic company work area. And the related resource, there can be many related resource like that. If you are carrying a petroleum kind of thing, and you should know that there are specialized equipment should be there, correct. The trained staff should be there in terms of loading and unloading. And if you are carrying some healthcare related stuff or a medicine related stuff, correct, which is require a special kind of logistics. So these kind of stuff are also part of planning when you pick any consignment and you are going to deliver it to a target location. So as we all know that it is a backbone of supply chain. Transportation is a backbone of supply chain, and it should ensure that the product reach their intended destination on time and in good condition. Great. So hope it looks like you understand what exactly is a logistic company. What basically mean by a logistic company. If you are thinking about a company and you think that okay, it is a logistic company, it should be doing these things. Great. So now moving ahead, if you have any questions, you can just text us on the chat and we can take it. Anyway, going ahead. So what are the role of a logistic company in a supply chain? Okay. So if you think that what are the role of a logistic company, the first and foremost role is the transportation. As we know, as logistic word is quite familiar, okay, or people basically take logistic and transportation as a single word, okay, which make a single sense, correct? But it's not. Logistic is a broader term, but transportation is one of the part of the logistic. So what exactly is the transportation? Transportation is the arranging the movements of a good from manufacturer to warehouse or to distribution center and ultimately to the consumers. So basically moving a good from one location to another location called transportation. And this involves setting the most suitable mode of transportation, example road, rail, air or sea, based on the factor like cost, speed and reliability. So we know that. So that let's say you are delivering within a continent, okay, or let's say within a country, and that country is all landlocked, okay, so obviously you are going to choose the road for a normal kind of delivery. But if it is a kind of express delivery, you want to go with the rail delivery, okay, or a air one if it is a long country like US and all. So yeah, rarely on the sea. If there is a intercontinent and you want to ship your consignment, or you want to transport your consignments out of your country, or like say from US to London, you might be choosing the sea, which will be a cost effective, because generally ocean transport are cost effective. But yeah, if you want it even faster, it may attract a cost, but yes, it will be faster. Then you may choose air. So transportation is not only that moving from place A to place B. You have to think through that, okay, what's the requirement of my client or my customer. He want at a lowest cost, or he want at a higher speed, or he wants something in between. Okay, so not only selecting transportation mode is a challenge here. The thing is that what's the availability of transport as well. So yeah, so this is something which a logistic company usually do in their day in day out work. They just try to give their quotation to the customer as per their need by juggling in between all of these. The second role is warehousing. I think that's we all know that whenever we thought about warehousing, we only think that okay, warehousing is something which a company owns, correct? Or the company who is producing the goods, they are basically storing it in a warehouse, but it's not like that. Logistic company also have the warehouses. So what usually happen when you pick up any consignment from the source location, correct? Then what you need to do, you need to consolidate your consignment or a shipment. Let's say you have to deliver from US to London, you have to deliver 5 or let's say 6 consignment. Okay, so what the logistic company usually do, they pick up all of those 5 consignment from 5 different location, correct? And then what they do, they they pick up from their respective location and keep them into a warehouse and try to consolidate all the shipments so that all of them can be delivered with a single consignment. So how does it help? It helps in terms of reducing the cost, correct? And it also helps in order to uh, keep customer happy as well, because if you are going to deliver each and every parcel basically by using as you are picking it up and you are again delivering it, it is going to increase the cost for sure. So yes, so this is how, so that is why logistic company also require a warehouse. They do have warehouse at the source location, and they do have warehouse at the delivery location as well, where they might get various shipments from various countries to a target country, and they will consolidate all of their consignment and check, okay, what's the let's say for a particular location in London, there are 8 consignment from 8 different countries, so a single man can go and deliver to them. So that is why, so the consolidation happen on both sides, in the picking up side and the delivery side. So usually on both of the sides you have warehouses. Okay, so yeah, so logistic company do manage warehousing, they do take care about it, and they usually too much involved in the warehousing. And what are the main activities which they do in the warehouse are the inventory control. First of all, so inventory control is something like they have to check that how much is the capacity of their warehouse, okay, and if the item is perishable or not. If it is perishable, they have to move it fast, okay. And they also need to check that, okay, let's say if they have something, sometimes what happens, these logistic company have their warehouse, and usually this e-commerce people has their tie-ups with these kind of logistic companies, so they keep their inventory in their warehouse, okay, so that whenever any order comes, they are directly shipping from their warehouses. So this kind of stuff. The second thing is order fulfillment. Obviously, when you get your item at a delivery warehouse, then you have to check that, okay, at what time and what location you have to deliver it. And so the warehouse also are being used in order to check that, okay, after receiving any consignment, where you have to fulfill it. The third thing is the packaging. So sometimes, as I was saying, that some e-commerce companies usually have a tie-up with the with the logistic companies. They do take the responsibility of packaging as well, in which, let's say, out of 5 orders, there might be 3 orders from a same person. Okay, so what a warehousing guy will do, he will pack all of those 3 in a single package or a single carton, okay, so that it will be easy for the delivery boy to deliver all of the goods at once in a single packaging to the customer. So it will ultimately increasing the customer delight. Okay, so the next role of your logistic is your custom clearance, and it is very important. Okay, usually custom clearance only happens when you are shipping out of your country basically. So these are the regulatory checks. So sometimes what happens that a company which is more involved in the producing a good, okay, or maybe in the e-commerce work where they are just finding the client, they don't want to involve in this kind of paperwork. So the logistic company, in conjunction with the in connection with these freight forwarding companies, they come together, okay, and the freight forwarding guy take care of all the paperwork at the custom clearance on the both side, basically delivery, picking up, and then the delivery side. and they work in tandem in order to get the best customer delivery possible. Okay, so whenever you are shipping anything from out of your country, it does check the from the customs, and then after it go to the intended customers. Now, the fourth and the last role which we are going to discuss here is the supply chain management, basically. So the logistic company are the one which are actually moving the goods from point A to the point B. Okay, so if you see that overseeing the entire supply chain process from raw material of procurement, okay, to the final delivery. So if you see the supply chain, it starts from the supplier. Supplier send the raw material to the plant or the manufacturing facility. Manufacturing facility convert the raw material into a finished good, correct, and then deliver that finished good at a warehouse, okay, to store it. And then from, let's say, from the central warehouse, you want to move it from central to regional, and regional, then you want to move it from regional to the customer, basically. So these kind of stuff is happen on a supply chain management on daily basis. So here, whatever events we talk about, correct, of the distribution or the transportation, a logistic company owns that. Okay, so there are various logistic strategy in which, let's say, 5PL, in which a company owns all the transportation of a particular brand. Let's say there's a brand who is developing a particular finished good which has a good demand, but they have a different location of the sourcing. They are sourcing from a multiple location across the globe, and then they have a manufacturing facility, let's say 4 or 5 places, okay, and then they have some central warehouse. So so there's a company, they are in a 5PL kind of business, okay. So what they will do, that they will they will say that, okay, we will manage all of your logistics, and then we will go and check out where you want to pick, where you want to store, and where you want to deliver. So obviously, so the logistic companies take care of all the transportation from the supplier, manufacturer, and retailers to ensure the optimal efficiencies. If you have any questions, you can ask in between. And great. So now, what is the basic function of a logistic company? So before this, we were talking about the role of a logistic company. Now we will talk about the basic function of a logistic company. Okay, the first and foremost is your inbound logistic. So your inbound logistic basically is a function where you receive the good. Okay, in the previous example, as we were talking about, that when a supplier is delivering good to he's delivering good to a warehouse, so that particular thing, receiving anything at a warehouse, is kind of inbound to that warehouse. Okay, so as you can see, it is writing here, like managing the flow of goods into a company's facility, including receiving, storing, and the quality control. So what usually happen in the quality control, what does it mean? So let's say you might ask a supplier something to be delivered in 10 days, and supplier is delivering it, but there is, because you are working at such a scale that you are not able to check the quality immediately. So you might be having certain time, which may be a quarantine time, in which you receive the product and you keep the product on hold for 5 or 6 days unless you are able to check the quality, correct. There are certain chemical tests also happen which take around 48 to 72 hours to check the report. So after checking the quality only, you usually clear your bills and all the procurement bills. So yeah, so all of these tasks, like receiving and unloading the truck, storing at the appropriate location in the warehouse, and check the quality, that whatever you have received is of the intended quality, or it was quality and the quantity, and it was on time, and it is in a good shape or not. So these kind of stuff are done in the inbound logistic. Go to the second point, which is the production logistic. So this is the second function of any logistic company. So what usually happen, whenever it's not only that you need to deliver from manufacturer to the client, okay, it's not like you have to deliver from supplier to the plant. You might need to deliver things in between. Okay, let's say you receive raw material and then you convert it to something which is a sub assembly part for a finished good. Okay, so what usually happen, then you will again get that sub assembly and move it to from plant 1 to plant 2 to convert it to into a finished good. So these kind of movement within a plant from line 1 to line 2, or maybe something else, okay, like line 3 to line 4, or let's say from sub assembly plant to finished good plant. So these kind of process fall under the production logistics. So as it is saying that it is coordinating the movement of materials within a manufacturing facility to ensure a smooth production process. Okay, so going to the next is the outbound logistic. So in the, okay, again, so this is the last one, not the last one, but yeah, as a process, as a normal process, it is the last one, which is the outbound logistic. So now you have received the material, you have checked whether it is in good condition. Now it's time to deliver it to the client. So here it is outbound logistic is basically, as it is written here, that handling the distribution of finished product to the customer. It includes the order processing, packaging and transportation. So let's talk about the order processing. Let's say in a particular warehouse you get multiple deliveries. So what user is going to check at the warehouse desk, okay, that today there are 5 deliveries and it will be shared with the warehouse guy. He will check, okay, how many orders I need to ship right now, and then they will try to consolidate. Let's say there might be 5 orders from the same guy or from the same location. If it is from the same guy, they want to put it in a single carton, so they will do the packaging accordingly. And the third is transportation. Obviously, after doing the packaging, they need to deliver it to the destination location. So yeah, so these things are fall under the outbound logistics. So when you receive something at a particular location, it's called outbound, and when you're going to deliver something out of the location is called the outbound logistic. So now it's come to another interesting part, which is the reverse logistic basically. So what exactly is happening here is that, let's say you, as we all know that, okay, you are asking or something from a customer and customer is not happy, and let's say there is something some happen in your product quality and customer want to return it. And I think in case of e-commerce, we experience it very frequently that, okay, if user is not happy with the quality of the product, he want to return it basically. So there should be a process to get the return back, and we all know that we usually experience it in our daily life, that how the return happens. Okay, so what exactly happening here is that whenever any customer raise a complaint of return, so a guy go to the customer first, take the consignment, check the quality control at that location only. So what was happening in the inbound, the consignment was coming to your location, you were doing a quality check at your location, but now what happened here, as per the your guidelines and the policy, the your delivery guy go to pick up the consignment at the customer location, and he will check the quality at that location, or maybe after picking up, it will check at the warehouse where it is consolidating all the returns. Okay, and then it verify, and then the refund process start at that point of time. So what are the points, or what are the cases in the reverse logistic? Like, first of all, if the client is not happy, if you are saying that, okay, delivery time is very high, they will say, okay, no need to ship, send it to the supplier again, and there are many cases. So what exactly reverse logistic handles? It handles the repair, replacement and recycling. So let's say if something is faulty and can be repaired, then the reverse logistic will be targeted to the repair centers. If something you need to replace, so what will happen? the return logistic consignment will come to the warehouse, and the replacement will go to the customer, and and the and the return good will either go to the warehouse again, or a repair center if it can be repaired, or not, then they can go to the recycling plant. Okay, so basically these are the basic function of a logistic company. Now, what are the best strategies and what are their advantages in as far as this logistic is concerned? Okay, in a logistic company. So if I go here, the first one is the lean logistic. So basically this strategy focus on eliminating waste and inefficiencies throughout the supply chain. So what exactly happened? So if you see that, when okay, so in each and every process you have some process in which are taking more than the required time. Okay, so the thing is, each and every process within a company cannot be perfect. There are certain kind of inefficiencies, or you may say the waste basically. So they are basically in a lean philosophy. There are 7 or 8 kind of waste, which are kind of muri kind of stuff you can check, and for that you need to focus by eliminating the waste. So let me give you an example. So the easiest example is that the time taking in the loading a truck. Okay, there is a truck which is outbound, and you need to deliver today only, and the truck need to leave the warehouse today only, let's say, but your loading capacity is not appropriate. Okay, you are taking too much time in terms of loading because you do not have any material handling equipment. Okay, so as per the lean logistic, you should have some ways in order to remove the extra time from your loading activity, which is your extra time is a kind of waste. Okay, so which is a lean logistics. Okay, so the aim of a lean logistic is that removing the waste from each of your activity so that you can streamline the process and reduce the lead time. So how exactly it is happening? It is helping the client in order to get their consignment on time. Okay, and it also increase the agility of a company at any point of time. So this is how you can work with the lean logistic. We have a dedicated video on a lean logistic. You can check out in our channel, where you can see that what are the key principle, key strategies where lean logistic can be applied, how it can be applied, and how you get the advantage of it. Okay, great. So now the second strategy is just in time inventory strategy. So this strategy usually being adopted by the automobile manufacturers. So you know that Toyota invented this. So what exactly it is? It is that there should be no storage of the inventory itself. So what usually happen, that you should get the inventory at the time when it is required. So there is no need to store any material at the plant location. So usually what happens, that the supplier have all their store very near to the manufacturing facility, and usually you say this plant facility or the manufacturing facility send a message that okay, we need this item, please send it as early as possible, and usually the time duration of these kind of orders are around 1 hour delivery or 30-minute delivery, correct? And there is a guy from the manufacturing plant itself at the supplier location who keep on checking the quality of those items basically. Okay, so you have heard about the concept of VMI, which is vendor managed inventory. It is kind of that concept. So what happened, that it involves the maintaining the minimal inventory level and ordering products only as needed. So as and when, let's say I am creating a particular kind of model in our assembly line, then I will be ordering respective materials to the vendor only. Okay, so how does it help? It helps by the reducing the cost, and it also minimize the risk of obsolescence. So all the risks are transferred to the supplier basically. So they have to maintain, and they have to be usually a manufacturer share the forecast with the supplier, so they usually maintain all the parts and all. But yes, still uh, by adopting just in time, it reduces the risk of obsolescence. So you need not to take care of the inventory if it is getting expired or not. Okay, it is under supplier, and he will take care of it. The third is third party logistic, and it is one of the famous one. So what exactly third party logistic is? It's the outsourcing logistic operation to a third party provider, and can allow company to focus on their core competencies. So like, if you are a new entrepreneur, okay, you are starting your business, and you want to focus more on your key product, how to improve that product. You don't want to focus on the customer service, okay, you don't want to focus on that how that item is going to be delivered to the customer. So what you do, you basically connect to a logistic company which are expert in third party logistic. They just take the order from you, and generally they can pick from your warehouse, or usually what happens that when you tie up with some logistic company, you keep your inventory in their warehouse only. Okay, although it become a bit expensive, but yeah, it will be more agile in terms of delivering the thing. But yes, so in any way, what usually they do, they just take the order from your portal and pick up from your location and deliver it to the client. So whenever a customer is engaging in terms of delivery, they usually engage with this third party logistic provider. So you can in by taking this kind of a strategy, there are so many people which are which are a small scale kind of business. They want to focus more on their brand, they want to focus more on their product, they want to increase their footprints across the region, and they want to channelize all their energy in their product development only, not in terms of delivery and the customer satisfaction kind of thing, in terms of delivery. So they usually opt for the third party logistics. So what are the benefits? So that if they are doing it for you, then they might be doing it for multiple clients, so they are very much expert in it, they have a good network, so you can benefit from their expertise. And because for them also, if they are working, the third party logistic company is working with multiple people, okay, so they will be getting more stuff with them, okay, and they can take efficient routing and this kind of stuff in order to minimize their cost. And yeah, so they can reach at economy of scale where their cost will be minimized of delivering. So it's a win-win situation for both. So yeah, so this is the third strategy of logistic company. So now the fourth strategy. The fourth strategy is a technology integration. So what exactly is the technology integration? So the technology integration is something where you take the help of latest technology, IT system, in order to add value in all of your process. Like you can remove the time, okay, you can increase the agility, you can increase the visibility, you can share more information across the globe, across the system, across your value chain, or across your supply chain. So what kind of technology you can use? So I think there are various management system, like this transportation management system and warehouse management system. So we have a dedicated video on a warehouse management system. You can check our channel and you can get it. I think it talk about that, what is it, how it benefit, what are the types of warehouse management system, and how you can implement it at your location. So yeah, I think it's a very good video, you can check it out. Anyway, so coming back to the topic is that how these things are going to help you. Let's say, imagine you are in a warehouse, you get an order to deliver, but you do not have any tag, okay, and warehouse are usually very vast, you are not able to find or locate that consignment which you want to deliver. What will happen? You are spending hours and hours in order to find it. But instead, if you would have a warehouse management system, it usually it has all the tags. In a warehouse map, you usually have a data that which item is placed under which bin, even the bin number also there. So you can go and you can directly go there, check out that consignment, take it out and send it to the delivery. So your delivery guy is not waiting, okay, your order processing guy is not waiting. and even you are reducing the time of your order picker within a warehouse. So this is how you can add value. You are reducing your time, which is called, taking picking time kind of stuff, by multiple minutes. Even sometimes this case is in hours as well. So yes, so warehouse management system helps a lot. Now, second is transportation management system. So what exactly it is? So let's say you have five orders which are need to be delivered on a same day. Okay. So what will happen? There are two ways. Either you take one shipment, deliver it, come back to warehouse, again deliver it, and again you take the third one, and then you again deliver it. The problem in this that by doing this back and forth, you are going to spend more time, and it will it will create unnecessary your fuel consumption. You are going to increase your fuel consumptions. The fatigue is also going to increase, and the most important, your delivery guy is going to deliver less. So let's say if you have a transportation management system, you will be having all of your order which are going to be delivered today only. You will the transportation management system may tell you that okay, these are the 5 locations. A single guy can deliver all of these 5 parcel within a single delivery. It can go to the can go to the location 1, then location 2, then location 3, 4 and 5, vice versa. Okay. So the transportation management system also help in order to identify what is the best route, how many consignments can be clubbed together and put it in a one truck. Okay. And it can also reduces your number of trips, and it also check out that okay, how you can best utilize your truck spaces and all. So the transportation management system are also very vital, and there are so many transportation management system available right now which can give you many insights and real time tracking and everything. Okay, they can also tell you that okay, so around 1 hour ago there was a blockage on that road, so they can reroute all of your delivery routes as well. So that is why this transportation management systems are also very much important. Okay, so these are the basically technologies which you should use. Okay, so this is a bit of promotion where we have our book. If you're looking for any kind of job in terms of supply chain, logistic, demand forecasting, warehousing, and the distribution, so then we have a book which cover all of these. It have around 160 pages, and we have spent more than a year in order to create this. It has questions and answers basically, and it is for the each question it has a crisp and effective answers with the numerical example. If they want to ask you that okay, explain it with some examples, so we have some real time or real life example as well from the latest happenings around the world. So yeah, you can check it out. It is available on our YouTube store. Okay, going ahead. So what are the best logistic companies of the current time? So yeah, I think we have talked about that. What are the role, what are the basic function, correct? What are the logistic strategy? Now, what is the main thing here, that how in our current world logistic companies are performing and which are the best one. So okay, so I just try to take top 5 companies across the globe which are working very good in terms of logistic company. Okay, the first one is FedEx. We know that FedEx is known for its express shipping services. Whenever you are taking some flight, you might see many flights of FedEx, many cargo flights, FedEx and DHL. You might see. I think FedEx is a more common. So yeah, they cover across the whole globe, and they are known for their express delivery. The second one is UPS, and they recently increased their prices, but yeah, we also know that the UPS is also a major player, and they are too much expert in terms of last mile delivery as well. So whenever you are getting anything at your doorstep, it's a high chance that maybe it's from UPS. DHL, we also know that it is predominantly in the Middle East, Europe or Asia. They are very good. in terms of logistic. They do everything, uh, by taking a small parcel to a big consignment. They take care everything. Now come to this Swiss brand, which is Coinagel, and you might have seen some ships by this brand. Okay, they are also a very big brand, and across the globe they have various ships, and they have a strong presence in Europe, and they are very much specialized in air, sea, and land transportation. Yeah, I think you know about the DB Shankar, that this is also very predominant name in the logistic industry, and I think all of these companies work in tandem. Basically, they complement each other. Let's say DB Shankar is very good in Germany. Okay, so FedEx is getting some shipment which need to be delivered in Germany, so they can talk to DB Shankar. If not, then okay, let's say FedEx is a big company, so they have their own warehouse in the Germany. But let's say some small company from US want to ship, so they can take their services as well. So this kind of collaboration also happen usually in a logistic industry. Great. So yeah, so this is all basically I have for this live session, and I know that some people are still watching, and if you have any question, you can type. I would be very happy to answer it, and yeah, I think it's good that I think we will be having live session on each Sunday going forward, and try to keep it this way only. So if you have any question, I will wait for more 30 seconds. Okay, great. I think, yeah, thanks for your time. Uh, Thanks for watching. And if you still have any doubt, anything related to how a logistic company work basically their processes, how they usually operate, we can check. Okay, I think you can just comment it, and I would love to answer your questions. Okay, so till then, I think keep optimizing, and thanks for watching.